afford it right now.
Nope. I understand. I mean, when I built this machine that I'm running on, I had to do something I did not want to do. I tried very hard not to do it. I ran out of unemployment.
Victor, I have done custom cooling loops for a few different people. So I've done soft tubing, I've never done hard tubing. If I had the money, that's what I would be doing. I would be doing hard tubing.
Hard tubing looks amazing.
When it's done right.
But, right, you've got to have it done properly.
And that'd be the problem, because I'd be such a noob. I'd probably have to buy 4 times the amount of hard tubing what I'd actually need. Although I've bent tube, most of my life.
No, Johnny, no. The first thing you'd have to do, Johnny, is make sure that you don't short circuit the motherboard.
Shut up, Samuel. Hard tube. I actually seen a guy, he didn't actually bend any of the hard tube, he bought a lot of fittings. I've seen this build personally, so I have. He actually called me over to have a look at it. He just bought a shit ton of different angle fittings and stuff and made it work. And it actually looked better than some of the ones that I've seen with bent hard tubing. It was just fucking amazing what you can do with the right fittings. But he's a great brain on him, which I don't have. He had it all planned out in his head and exactly whether he needed 30s, 45s, 90s. He had all that planned. So he done an amazing job.
I gotta go walk a dog. I sent you a private message on Discord, Johnny, showing you what I want to build in Minecraft.
I'll have a look. No, I'm going to finish this field off and then call it a night. Because it is now gone after 2 AM and I still got to cook dinner.
I'm going to change the block types and stuff, but that's a rough idea of what it is.
Right, I'm off to get. I'll see you lovely to people tomorrow.
Take it easy, Samuel. Talk to you tomorrow, bud.
Bye.
Later, Samuel.
What's the bill? Well, you gotta ask NC.
Johnny, the build I did was way overboard. I know that. But I was pushed into a situation where I had to do something that I did not want to do. I had to cash in a retirement account.
Yes, I got it.
Worked for 18 and a half years to try to build up. And I had to cash in part of it. And it's like, okay, if I want to do this, I'm not going to go for the middle of the road build, which is what is the smart thing to do, in my opinion. Go middle of the road, don't go high end.
Yes, the sweet spot everybody talks about.
Right.
That's why people are saying to me, oh, sure, you've almost got the money for a 1080, why not go to a 1080? Because I won't get the use out of it. There's no point. I'm not going to be gaming at 1440 or 4K for that matter for a very long time. I'll probably be another 2 graphics cards through my system before I'll even attempt to game at 4K. So what's the point? What's the point in doing a 1080 Ti that's going to push out 200 FPS when I'm still only using a 60Hz monitor?
And it's going to cost you a whole lot more.
Exactly.
But when I had to cash out that account and switch it over, I said, screw it. I'm going to build the machine that I've always wanted to build and go more high-end. It'll last me longer, and I am going to upgrade it. I'm getting close to upgrading it.
What are you going to do? Drop in a new
I don't-
GPU?
No. I'm gonna change the SSDs to 512s instead of 256. I'm gonna take the 3 terabyte drives that are RAID 0, which gives me 6 terabyte. I'm gonna clean those off and switch those to the largest new drives I can, but they're going to be a mirror. I realized what I did wrong when I built this machine. It didn't take me long to figure it out. It's a pretty solid machine because it runs all RAID drives. I just did it wrong, and why I did it the way I did it, I don't know. I knew better. I didn't even think about it at the time. I was just trying to come up with more space. I work in IT, or, well, I did work in IT. I screwed up. If I lose either one of those 3 terabyte drives, I'm screwed. It's all gone. That was a dumb decision. Not sure why I did it.
I have a terabyte hard drive, external hard drive here that I back up to once a month. So,
Well, my backups run once every 24 hours. C gets backed up to D. D gets backed up to E. Well, I'm going to call it E. I can't remember what the hell a drive actually is. But E is not redundant. C and D are redundant. They're RAID drives. If one of them fails, it's no big deal, because when it does fail, I'm going to get a warning, and it tells me the drive array failed.
yeah.
So, because I used to work in IT, the smart thing to do is shut the system down. Now, in a business environment, you can't afford to do that. So you have hot backups online. I can't afford to do that. In my case, I'll shut the computer down. I'll figure out what drive that is. I'll get a new hard drive in, or SSD, whatever the case might be. I'll have it overnighted. Install it to replace the bad one. Bring it back up and let it do its thing with rebuilding the RAID drive. Meanwhile, I don't have to reinstall anything. It's all still there. There ain't nothing lost. But it's expensive to do that, though.
I would love to upgrade from, because my board actually has 2 M.2 slots on it. I'd love to put an M.2 boot drive on, but they are seriously expensive. If I was building it again, I would have went M.2 and not SSD. At the time I was building this, M.2 has just come on the market, and 120 gigabyte drive was like £200, and I just couldn't see myself spending that.
Nope.
I think I got my 250 gig SSD for £80, which is enough for a boot drive on one game. So farm sims on it, obviously. Give it that bit of extra speed at loading, the mods I run and everything else.
I'm going to switch my SSDs over. I've got most of the parts. It's just a long process because I've got several machines. So when I rebuild one, those parts go to the next one.
RP Keenan, how you doing, bud? 4 terabyte Evo drive, $1,500. Wow. But it'd be nice to have, wouldn't it? You just would never have to worry about speed or storage ever again.
With what?
4 terabyte Samsung Evo SSD. Or is that M.2? I'm not sure which that is. I'm good, how are you? I'm not so bad. RP, not so bad, buddy. Tired. I've been going a long time. Like, there's another almost 7 hour stream, and I think it was 6 hours this morning.
Welcome back, NC.
That's an SSD. I know Intel are releasing an M.2 drive in the next few weeks. Definitely be taking a look at it.
Just like gaming, playing this game, you're playing, everybody has a different play style. Well, it's the same with computers. Everybody has a different way of doing it.
Yeah, but that'll be for businesses. Victor, that'll be just silly money. Tens of thousands of dollars, I would say.
Personally, I can't be asked about SSDs until the price comes down a lot more.
Oh,
well, the SSDs have come down a lot. You gotta admit
the SSDs. Only SSDs are sort of near enough out of date already. Because it's U.2 and M.2, which instead of giving you 6 gigabytes per second, it gives you 10. You know, it's just crazy how quick. Like, when I was building this a year ago, or when I thought about building a PC 2 years ago, SSDs had just really come on the market. You know, they were available to businesses and stuff, but they were big money. The prices of them sort of dropped around the time I started gathering up parts. Yeah, Keenan, I'm something similar to you. I have a 256 SSD and a 1 terabyte hard drive. If you do exclamation point specs, guys, you'll get exactly what I'm running. Apart from the overclock's wrong. The overclock's actually up to 4.8 now and not 4.2, I think it says on it.
I think that's actually one of the best ideas for a regular system build.
Oh yeah, a small SSD just to do, as I say, like mine. No, it's not, Doc. I'm getting off now, buddy.
I didn't even hear you breathing hard yet, but that's okay.
No, that would have been I'm coming now.
You say we're getting off, but anyway.
I always get off on the sound of your voice. You know that, Bads. Because I gotta go, Doc. I gotta go cook dinner, man. I haven't eaten yet. I haven't eaten yet. Only for that I would stay on. I'm actually not that tired tonight, whatever the hell's going on. Hope it's not the insomnia back again. Genuinely hope not.
Well,
if I decide to put an SSD in my system, it'll be a small one specifically for things like Windows to go on.
Well, that's what I done.
Yes.
Games will not go on an SSD drive for me.
I think the minimum you can put Windows on is a 60 gigabyte, which isn't that expensive now. And you can always add SSDs later. That's the great thing about, you know, you can have 1, 2, 4 SSDs in your system if you really want.
here's the thing. This is how I look at it. This is from my point of view. My opinion. If you do not have a problem with wiping out your entire system and reinstalling everything, then don't spend the money that I spent with all the RAID redundant stuff and all the backup software. I don't want to do that.